Hey everyone, Ryan coming back at you with a video I was really hoping I wouldn't have to do. But I think it's time. I gotta do a rant of sorts. What grinds my gears on one of my good buddies. I thought he was one of my good buddies. Erek, THERAVENSFAN516. Just recently been conducting himself in a way that I had to put out there. I have to put out there. Everyone's got to hear it. First order of business. Erek, your living situation is out of control. Let's be honest. Right now you're trying to do the responsible thing. Air quotes all day on that shit. You're trying to do the responsible thing. Live in your parents' basement while they still allow you to. Probably rent-free, let's be honest. So you can work full-time until you're ready to settle down, save money and shit like this. Meanwhile, your parents are trying to retire soon. They're like 18 years of freedom in their house wasn't long enough. Now you gotta tap into their lovemaking time. You know what I'm saying? P.S. Your dad called me? Bro, rule number 1. When there is a tie on the door, don't knock. You're playing with this game. Also, like, you have to understand, in an economy like ours, you're being a selfish dude right now. Like, you work hard, you're supposed to play hard. Meanwhile, you're just sitting on your money, hoarding it, probably counting it every night, cashing your check in ones, making it rain and then swimming in it. You need to go out there and stimulate the economy. Stop being so fucking selfish. Also, you know how many times, like, when I tell people at work, like, oh, I collect cards, and they're like, oh, do you live in your parents' basement? And you know what? You're making it hard for me to, like, make a case when, like, one of my best friends lives in his parents' basement. Which brings me to my next point. Your dad's a beautiful man, and you're sitting here not trying to be an individual, trying to look identical to your fucking dad. Get your own appearance. Don't try to steal from him. He's a silver fox, and you just want to age just like him. Okay? Like, you're just rubbing it in there like, oh, my mom didn't fuck the mailman. I look identical to my dad. I can't help but my mom fucked the mailman. Way to rub it in on me. I don't even know how to dive into this next section. Now you're all over here like, I collect rainbows and stuff like this. You know what? Like, you're really being offensive to the homosexual community, putting on a fake lisp like that. Now, I mean, if you were that fabulous and talk like that on a regular basis, if you were that flamboyant, literally, like, you'd be alright. But then, you're also talking about collecting rainbows. Let's be honest. Those are rays of light, homie. You can't collect light. It's not possible. Now you sound crazy. Do you collect colored pieces of cardboard? Yeah. You should be like, in a manly voice, I collect colored pieces of cardboard. But you're over here like, I collect rainbows. Dislike if you don't like it. It's offensive. It's offensive to the gay community, and you can't collect rays of light. Erek, seek help. I believe that you think you can literally collect rays of light. There's no binder for that. Like, what are you doing? I also think you should change your PC team here soon. I think it looks really lowbrow of you by conveniently PCing the Super Bowl champs. Convenient, buddy. And that you try to integrate your name, THERAVENSFAN516. So, like, it's easy for people to, like, connect with you and know what team you PC. You should be like, the Super Bowl champs 2013, you know? Ravens fan, convenient. You know, you just sound like one of the Tebow bandwagoners, or Bradford bandwagoners, or Cam Newton bandwagoners. I collect the Super Bowl champs. Oh, you've been doing it for a while? Yeah, they won the Super Bowl not too long ago. So now you just look like a repeat offender. Like, real convenient. Who collects the Super Bowl? That clip right there, that clip was from a brilliant contest called the Kip Taffelon, where Erek decided to show off his smooth dance moves, which aren't smooth at all. Hey, I don't even know. First off, we're going back. You live in your parents' basement, and you have dance moves like that. The fact that you have a girlfriend blows my mind. Blows my mind. Like, you need to watch the Goonies and learn to do the truffle shuffle or something like that. I don't know what dance you were pulling out. But, like, you give white people a hard name. You give card collectors a hard name, and you give white people a hard name. No rhythm, and you live in your parents' basement. You're lucky you look identical to your dad.
Down with me. 1, 2, 3. Hit me with the horn, Twitter. Keep
that latest piece of evidence? Your Halloween costume. Eric, I've been holding my tongue. Trying not to tell you this. But your choice of Halloween costumes are absurd. Absurd. Like, why can't you just stick with Halloween 101? Take an old white sheet, put it over your head, cut some holes out, you're a ghost. That's scary as shit. And then you're sitting here trying to be like, oh, like, let me stay the course. I'm funny, I'm clever, I'm witty. I'm beer man. Whatever, like, you're Duff man, whatever. You're beer man. And then you drink beer. You know what? You have enough subscribers to know that, like, you have some young minds that you can mold in a positive or negative way. And sitting here trying to be creative with an alcoholic beverage? Eric, Halloween 101. Stick to the ghost. God. Guess my next point. Your idol, John Harbaugh. Get me started on John Harbaugh. Ain't no Captain Comeback. Didn't Coach Andrew Luck? Come on. And, okay, so we all know Eric recently just got to sit next to John Harbaugh on a plane. Cool. Now he's calling him his brother, and how he's going to, like, legally change his name, and how they sext each other all the time. I don't give a shit. John Harbaugh. He's the reason why IU Hoosiers men's basketball team just lost the tournament. Let's be honest. If Jim Harbaugh came out and gave the speech, they probably would have known how to lock down the 2-3 zone, against Syracuse, and they'd be on playing in the Final Four next weekend. But no, John Harbaugh goes in there and he's like, guys, just visualize the trophy and let Ray Lewis do it. He's got God on his side. Ray Lewis isn't on IU's team. And look where they're at now. Look like a bunch of chumps out there. UK's basketball team probably could have beat him in the NIT this year. John Harbaugh giving him the pregame speech. Damn. This video's been really hard to make. Like, I really considered Eric just a real close friend. But then all of a sudden, he's been using this term all the time. Like, brother. Like, listen to your brother. First off, you're not Hulk Hogan. Secondly, I never shared my mom's uterus with you. So the fact that you're calling me brother is, like, extremely offensive. And my mom's confused. She's like, do I send him a Christmas gift? Like, I've never heard of the guy, but he calls you brother. So I guess at some point, I don't know. It's just confusing for my family. Call me brother all the time. You can be my pal, my buddy, my compañero. We can't be bros. Like, it's just not physically possible at this point. This guy's the purpose of this PSA. It wasn't to rake Eric over the coals. Like, this is just a kickstart of an intervention possibly for him. I just recommend you guys just tread lightly when you're getting to know him. When you're trying to develop a relationship with him. I just hope Eric can watch this and he can build on this. That's all I got. Deuces.